What up, what up, what up? I'm in the woods, apparently, going to a town-wide sale. So, let's see how this goes. How are you? Oh, look at this setup.
Living the dream, baby.
That's the way to hold a garage sale.
Living the dream.
Oh, wow.
90s nostalgia.
How much you asking on the Dragon Zord?
$250.
It's cool. I didn't know he came with the Ranger.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace to.
That might be why I didn't have him as a kid. Huh.
I was so sad when David Frank killed himself.
Yeah. It was a weird media cycle too.
Yeah.
Because for a while it was just like no one believed it. I didn't believe it. I was like, this is
why did he do that?
clickbait article. Not even, you know.
Yeah,
and then it finally started coming out as real. I was like, oh, fuck.
He was such a good dude. He like did all these things for like charities and
yeah.
He was always a ranger.
It's definitely one of those things where you can never know what someone's really going through.
Holy shit.
I don't happen to have any old video games for sale, aside from the Atari.
I would sell those, my man.
Okay.
Stay involved.
Are these the originals, or are these the ones that they came out with like 10 years ago? Oh yeah, I could see it at the bottom now.
They're pretty cool though.
Yeah. Ooh, how much you asking on Crane?
35.
That's good.
I love that whole NECA line they did. They're really cool. It's like the animated show.
Well, I'm actually kind of torn because I've been collecting just like the NECA turtles, and any like extra characters I've been kind of iffy on.
Okay.
But do you know the Super 7 Ultimates line? Oh, well, they instead of like looking like the show, they made figures in like the 7-inch scale that look like the figures. So like they would look like they'd make a shredder that looks like this, including a head that has the weird eyebrows on the helmet thing.
Too.
Yep. So it's like I don't think they've done a Krang with the android body yet, so I'm kind of like between lines where it's just like I can't decide if I want to get villains for Super 7 or go with NECA, because I feel like whenever I open a NECA figure, I'm just like, this thing is like one step away from falling apart.
Yeah, they're not the greatest. I mean, I got a couple Hot Toys, but that shit is way too expensive.
No. You see stuff like that, and then you hear the price, and you're just like, oh man, it's still so cool to see, but those are prices that I would be seeing at like a toy show, I think. So I can't empty the garage sailing wallet, even though that Dragon Zord would be so cool on my shelf. This shit again. That's a warehouse.
Changed out. We don't have a dining room anymore. We ended up doing a big family room.
Slaying vampires. What else is there?
Have a great rest of your day.
I mean, this thing's not full, but.
The binder.
Yeah. That. That's just Jedi Order is the only thing I had in there.
Okay.
I'd say pretty much anything there if you want to peruse through it. I'll get a bunch of switch here.
Which game gets your aggression out?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
And I
okay,
just
okay.
button mashed the shit out of it.
Is that a WrestleMania?
Really?
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get around to it again. Maybe I'll hold on to the first one every so much better. Yeah, I'll probably hold on to it.
What about Minecraft?
Minecraft will probably be
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd take any of those guys.
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
What is this? Ark.
Yeah, they're real hard to read.
Is that like?
Ark's or survival game.
That's like a adult
dinosaur.
Minecraft kind of with dinosaurs.
A little bit, yeah.
With dinosaurs.
It's a little more violent, yeah. Than Minecraft.
Very violent. It's cool. That's the one where you start, you're like on an island and you're naked.
You're naked.
You don't have
Just about,
anything.
Right.
Well, you have to like build all your
Yeah, it's a lot.
completely vulnerable. Yeah.
What would you be asking for all 5 of them?
Individually? Oh, all 5 of them?
Yeah.
$15.
Alright. Picked up a bag to me for $1. And then they went inside to get figures. And that's what they came out with. Picked them up for $1 each. Riker and Miles Mayhem from Mask.
I pity the fool who don't like and subscribe.
Now, with such a rural, town-wide, there was only 17 sales. I hit all of them. This is all that was worth showing you guys. So, I'm hitting up GameStop to try and get the last bit out of the 4 for $40 that I've been so addicted to. All right, one last 4 for $40 for the road. I probably am just going to include this in the weekend adventure video. So, grabbed 4 games. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as keeping or selling or what. But Mega Man 11, game I've had in my collection multiple times at this point. Samba de Amigo Party Central. To make the deal work. Well, the real game to make the deal work was this, because the first option had risen in price and they weren't going to honor Dragon's Dogma Risen or something like that. Arise, I don't remember. Beyond a Steel Sky. Unfortunately, this one's probably going to be a keep. Not because the game is bad or anything, but whenever I have a collectible like this with condition issues, I'd just rather hold on to it for myself than have someone nitpick over the condition. Steelbook has some damage, the sleeve has some damage. It seems like an interesting enough game. And then the big surprise, because you never see this at GameStop, something that was sold as pre-owned, that is sealed. Warhammer 40k, Shoota's Blood and Teeth. I've never heard of this. I think this is pretty new. They had, no, this is 2022. They had brand new copies on the shelf also, so. Nice, just real quick, going over everything I got on Saturday from the garage sales. We got this Toomey T-Pass Ursula backpack. I forgot what it's called. I'll pop it up on the screen. The only listing I could find that has the exact same name as what this said when I Google Lensed it. Alright, so on to the interesting stuff. We got really rough condition Commander Riker from Next Generation. This is not the Playmates line, I don't believe. I don't actually remember who put this out. PPC. I don't know. These are the ones that I had as a kid. Well, my mom had these, and I played with them. So, then we have, I said his name earlier in the video. I don't remember it because I'm not a Mask guy. But we got this dude, $1 each at that same sale as the bag. And then on the Ask, got Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, Splatoon 2, Minecraft, Ark Survival Evolved, and the best game, Zelda Link's Awakening. And that was $15, so $3 each, not bad at all.
super cool.
And just like that, we're off to the Mansfield Flea Market. Let's see what we can find. It's always kind of a panic for me to find something to, as I usually say, rip the Band-Aid off in terms of finding something at the flea market. But $40 for a game that goes for about 50 brand new sealed, not it. At $1 each, there's probably some Wii games here that I should have picked up, even if just to send into Quick Flips. But I didn't feel like standing around looking up Wii games right at the beginning of the flea market, and these were, well, the relevant games here were gone by the time I got back. Whole bunch of Lady Death Evil Ernie figures for $2 total. I wasn't planning on purchasing something like that. I think one of them is glow in the dark, so that might make it to my glow in the dark shelf. But some deals you just can't pass up. I've probably said it in the past, but despite being into toys and toy collecting, my knowledge of values on old vintage TMNT stuff, very non-existent.
How much you asking on the figures?
I got out of TMNT, my vintage original collection, before the stuff became ridiculously expensive and super collectible. So even as a reseller, it's kind of a gray area for me, a blind spot, if you will. At this point, I'm almost to the end of this flea market, and I haven't really picked up anything other than the Lady Death, Purgatory, Evil Ernie figures that you haven't even seen yet. So let's find something. And don't worry, I do grab that Rock Band 3. I got it for $8. I was just having a brain fart.
I hope not. I mean, if it rains, forget it.
Trust me, as I'm editing this,
Contemplating.
this clip is as confusing to you as it is to me. Apparently I started the GoPro after I finished hunting for these DVD and Blu-ray. So I decided to film myself struggling to get them in my bag? Question mark? I don't know. You have a good day. Very rare that I would pay close to retail at the flea market, but I didn't actually know this was an RPG. I think I've had this in my collection before, and I just assumed it was like Romance of the Three Kingdoms, like some like really wordy strategy game. I don't know why, but one of the things that was running through my mind as I was running through this flea market is I don't buy often enough from the vendors that I'm friendly with. I feel like I just kind of go there, say hi, and then not buy any of their stuff. So I'm trying to make a better attempt at looking through their stuff, even though the prices will be a little bit higher because they are resellers. So we'll see what we can find over here.
Really? Nice.
A really random
You know what,
question.
nowadays,
Yep.
You don't happen to have any Vectrex games, do you?
$15.
No. You know, that's the
No,
one thing.
they don't appreciate
I don't think I've ever come across anything Vectrex related.
Okay.
I don't have a good.
Trying to exhaust all options before I just buy them on eBay.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, you don't see those too often.
Like, there's a few games, because I got the system in the box, and
Yeah. Oh, nice.
like it came with a few extra overlays.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get games that correspond to
Yeah.
the overlays, and there's like reasonable prices on eBay,
Yeah.
but they're or best offer. And for some reason, these people just don't respond.
Oh,
So I'll send an offer and then
happens
it'll
to me
expire
all
in
the
3
time.
days.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to, like, you have best offer. Like, give me $1 off. Give me anything, you know? Just
Well, and it's weird, like when I message somebody back on eBay that has a question and I get back to them, they're always like, oh my God, thank you so much for getting back to me.
yeah,
So you can
as if
tell
it's
that
like a
nobody
desolate,
responds.
the desolate wasteland of people that just don't respond.
Yeah.
This is wild. Stinger?
Yeah.
Or what is it, Twin Bee? Something like that?
Yeah. Yep. I've never. You don't see those too often. It's not worth money, but obscure.
Yeah.
I know the Trader Joe's and Olive
How much
Garden.
ask on it?
$15.
It's an oddity.
Let's go for a quick walk. We're just gonna take a little walk and then we'll walk right back.
Really cool. Okay, let's take a quick look at everything I got. Started off the flea market with a nice albatross around my neck. Someone gave me a deal that was too good to pass up. I looked at these for 1 second and they said $2 for all of them. And there was only one that I was interested in, and not because I'm that guy, I guess. I don't even know. Like, I didn't read these growing up. Evil Ernie, Purgatory, Lady Demon, Purgatory. This was the one that interested me. It's a glow-in-the-dark Lady Death. And I'm building a glow-in-the-dark shelf. It's going to be hard to tell. But really cool. $2. Couldn't pass it up. All the media here. The Iron Man Ultimate set. Along with this. $60. Gave me a really good deal. He had it priced 30, 30, 10, 10, 5, I think. So, really good deal. And I believe these two sets go for over $100 on Amazon each, with these ones being alright for the prices I paid. Paid $8 for Rock Band 3 complete. This will be going to Phoenix Resale for, I believe, a double up, maybe a little bit more. And then some interesting items. So one of the things that gets me, that annoys me, is I'm a reseller, but I'm also a collector. And I feel bad that there's like friends I have that vend at the flea market that I never purchase from. And you know, sometimes you want to buy something for yourself. So we got the Twin Bee, I don't even know what it's really called, Famicom disc game for $15 from a regular vendor here at the flea market. And he often sets up at the toy shows. If you're in Connecticut, you know who it is. And then I had to look this up for what kind of game it was, because I always assumed this was something boring, sorry, like Romance of the Three Kingdoms. And instead it's actually just an RPG. And it's most certainly not going to be re-released on anything modern, so might as well own it for the NES. But that is going to do it for this weekend adventure in video game hunting. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more. I'm trying to put out regular content every few days. Like the video, and I'll be seeing you.